Thank you very much. A lot of the design philosophies are going to be very similar between the A that I presented earlier this morning and this machine, so I'm not going to drag you through a lot of that stuff, but I'll try to highlight the differences between the A and the B for you. And if you have any questions as we go, obviously just interrupt me. So this is our JLG G6-42P. Recently, this machine was branded under the Gradall brand name. We're taking all the Gradall products and now branding them as JLG machines. That transition will really happen at the start of the calendar year. So that expands now our JLG family of telehandlers to 11 machines. And then we continue to offer the Lull and certainly the SkyTrak product lines as well. Any questions on that before we get into the machine? For the editors in the room, you'll see a press release probably either late this week or early next week.
Yeah, okay. It came out. Yeah, that's what I was asking you.
They're right on schedule.
Right on schedule.
This particular unit we shipped with a 15-foot truss boom shown here. Same JLG coupling system that we discussed earlier on the A. This will again become for us the new standard based off the current Lull and Lull E-Series and SkyTrak coupling design. Similar boom construction, 3 sections. Again, you see the 4-plate, big, beefy sections, lots of overlap. It's one of the strongest booms in the industry, we feel. This machine will take 6,000 pounds all the way up to the 42-foot lift height. It does have a maximum capacity of 6,600 pounds. And at reach, 29 feet, take 1,300 pounds. Coming back down through the frame, similar frame design, again, similar philosophy. Try to keep the main structural members stiff, allow for a wide cab and a side-mounted engine design while you're still trying to hold that relatively narrow width. We kind of moved into the cab. Again, similar design philosophy as the A. There's a number of control options, left and off the standard. A few things that are kind of unique to a rear pivot steer machine. It's a hydrostatic transmission, so it requires no selection of gears on the operator's part. Simple forward and reverse on the column. Because of that, in the rear pivot steer design, this machine has a 2-wheel drive mode and 4-wheel drive mode, where comparable 4-wheel steer machines are pretty much all full-time 4-wheel drive. The other maybe unique feature about this cab and about this machine is you see this little pedal that sits between your accelerator and your brake. That is a traction control pedal. When you are in 4-wheel drive mode, if you step on that pedal, it forces flow to go equally to all the motors. That's kind of unique to the rear pivot design. In addition, you can't really see it, but looking at the brake pedal, there's an inching feature built into that brake pedal. So as you start to depress the brake pedal, you are slowly disengaging the drive of the machine. That allows to keep the boom RPM up when you want the productivity out of the boom, but at the same time doesn't give you an overly aggressive drive system. A couple things I think I may have failed to point out on the A, but they apply to this machine as well. The fuel fills behind the cab. The hydraulic fills on the other side of the machine. It really helps the confusion of the operator in terms of what fluid goes into what hole. And as most of you service guys know, that can be a serious problem. I think on this side of the machine is pretty much it. I know I went through that kind of quickly, but I don't want to be a little repetitive on what we're doing here.
But is there any point in people standardizing on green caps? Is that something you can benefit the user?
My personal opinion, I don't think that's a bad idea.
The reason that isn't green diesel.
Yeah, it's more prevalent in dirt and agriculture.
Yeah.
That's certainly something to be considered.
That's my question.
Okay. When you stood up, you kind of show us the axle angle. So as you can see, this machine has a dramatically different drivetrain than the A we presented earlier this morning. It's a hydrostatic drive, as we had mentioned. The rear axles will turn almost 90 degrees. What makes this machine unique is in a traditional four-wheel steer machine, the load actually travels outside of the turning circle. In a rear pivot steer machine, the load will travel inside the turning circle. So the machine clearance, if you will, is the same as the turning circle. A few things about the drive line. The machine's powered by the same engine, 4.5-liter John Deere. We use a Rexroth hydrostatic transmission. Comes back with Rexroth drive motors in the rear, with Fairfield planetary axles. The front axle is a Gradall. Some of the same comments I made on the A in terms of serviceability. You can see filters, engine components, all very accessible by the service technician. There's an awful lot of room in a side-mounted engine pod, so you don't have to cram things in there. The battery is obviously very forward located, easy jump starting, those types of things. This machine will produce a drawbar pull in excess of 16,000 pounds and will hit a maximum speed of around 60 miles an hour. Same tire options, air standard, foams available, rock, solid, larger sizes for different applications. 2 mirrors on the machine, similar to the A, similar visibility. When the machine's in the transport position, as you see it here, you can clearly see under the boom. What have I missed?
What's the philosophy or axis stabilization of this product?
Yeah, actually, I will look at that. On the A, we don't outfit 6 out-of-pound with vehicles. We do that on machines larger than that. So this machine doesn't have a rear axle damping system. And we'll have a service technician on that today.
So how much sway is there?
There's 8 degrees of sway in this machine.
And on
10 on the A.
Neither one have.
Correct. Neither one have it.
Just point. I know that the I mean, if you guys, since you took the delivery already,
what used to happen if you point the rear axis was that folks just what we've done is try to make that easy. We put a central loop taking into the rear axle and actually stop this reset we have. Yeah, you can see all the grease fittings come up here. The grease fittings blow up here. Splits the I don't know if you can add anything to that team in terms of guys asking about really
the old history, years ago was that these kingpins have a lot of damage because they were susceptible to a lot of dirt and grease, and they didn't get greased as much as they should. Do you know if they've done anything to the bearings or if anything else has been done other than centralizing the greaser?
They've actually wrapped the load bearing surface down on the bottom. They put an O-ring around it. So the two flange bearings come together. That's where the dirt used to get in at. They've now put an O-ring around there to try and help keep the dirt out.
That's what I want to know.
No, that's great. That's
A couple other things maybe unique to the P. A little more ground clearance in this machine, almost 18 inches. The A is about 16 and a half. We talked about the differences in the drivetrain. All the attachment options are the same. To the P versus the A? That's what I can think of. We pretty much offer 4 attachments across all of the products.
guess it's, you don't call it turning, like you said, the load stays inside, the turning is going all the time. What is the outside?
171.
171.
Yeah, we refer to it as machine clearance versus turning circle.
You got on your products same service intervals on all your products?
Of all of our products, no. The service intervals do differ. Basically, the products are specific to what that particular insurance and machine particular new characteristics of the model design. So they're not standard, but we do work. What we try to do is work for putting as much into a service interval as we can, so you're not constantly having to touch the machine.
Right.
So we don't ask you to do something 250 hours, then ask you to do something else 300 hours.
Any questions? Everybody's good? Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.